Hi, Wes Scott from Kane and Scott. Today we're going to talk about the difference between a Chapter 7 and a Chapter 13 bankruptcy in Rochester, Minnesota. When you boil this all down, the simple differences between a Chapter 7 and a 13 are this. In a Chapter 7, you don't make payments back to your creditors. Chapter 13, you do. Chapter 7, the focus is on your assets, and your assets are either what we call exempt, protected, or non-exempt, not protected. And most people who file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy don't lose any assets. Their debts get wiped out and they don't lose any assets. Some people do have non-exempt assets. And I would say in the vast majority of non-exempt asset cases, the assets are probably worth, non-exempt assets are worth less than, say, $3,000. Chapter 13 bankruptcy is where you make payments back to your creditors. It's based upon what you can afford to pay. And at the end of the plan, whatever debt doesn't get paid off gets wiped out tax-free. Those are the simple differences between a Chapter 7 and a 13. Now, in a Chapter 13, you don't lose any assets, all right? But it creates a hurdle that you have to jump to do a Chapter 13. So if you have $3,000 in non-exempt assets in a Chapter 13, you've got to pay your unsecured creditors over the course of the plan at least $3,000. In a Chapter 7, you're going to be negotiating with the trustee to either keep the non-exempt assets or give them to the trustee. Trustee will sell those non-exempt assets and use those proceeds to pay down your debt. Whatever doesn't get paid off gets wiped out tax-free. When the time's right, when you are ready, reach out to Kane and Scott. You're going to be so thankful you did.